The date is April 30th, 2022. In the southern United States, nestled right up against the Mississippi River, is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And in that town, hiding, waiting, and preparing, is a tall, confident 18-year-old athlete. Less than a year ago, he grabbed headlines when he finished 4th at the Tokyo Olympics in the 200-meter dash. And he did this while not being legally allowed to vote. At just 17, Knighton lined up against an intimidating field to say the least, running against guys like Andre DeGrasse, Noah Lyles, and Kenny Bednarik. However, the young sprinting phenom held his own and almost snagged a medal. Now, Knighton heads to the LSU track and field complex to compete in the 2022 LSU Invitational Meet. This meet had already had some awesome races, with Grant Holloway continuing his dominance in the 110 hurdles, Favor Ash running a barely illegal 9.79 in the men's 100, and one of the tightest 800 races you will ever see in the men's final. There were mind-blowing performances left and right. It was a great meet for a lot of people. However, none of these stories would be the headliner after what was about to come. Running alongside the new NCAA 200-meter champion Joseph Fahnbulleh, Knighton starts this race in lane 5, as the classic Louisiana humidity can almost be felt through the cameras. Through 50 meters, Knighton has a definite advantage in the race, already making up the stagger on Fahnbulleh. But through the next 40 meters and on, it is clear that the kid in the black and white Adidas uniform is all on his own. Effortlessly pulling around 5 meters ahead, he's able to keep that lead all the way through the finish. With such a large lead against such a talented field, a solid time is almost sure to come out of this. Sub 20 seems like a guarantee to everyone watching. For Knighton himself though, he had no view of the time while running. Antsy to hear, he runs up to his coach, Mike Holloway. Holloway had a view right by the finish and saw clear as day Knighton's time as it lit up. He motioned the sprinter towards him while releasing the words 19.49 seconds. Erriyon Knighton does not believe him at all. And he shouldn't. It wasn't a malicious joke by Coach Holloway. He was telling the truth. So just how impressive is this time of 19.49? The 4th fastest time in any event is impressive, but to achieve it in one of the most highly competitive and anticipated events in the world, with the 200-meter dash, is amazing. Yet none of that is more impressive than one simple factor: Knighton's age. This is a chart that shows the 16 fastest U20 200-meter runners of all time. Now we know Erriyon Knighton has the fastest 200-meter U20 time ever, but that stat really doesn't do justice to just how good he is. Looking along the graph, we see the dots slowly go down and down all the way to Usain Bolt, the previous record holder. Now the only question is, where is Erriyon Knighton's dot? Oops. There it is. One thing I love about this chart is that it does not discriminate at all. This is from every person of every race, nationality, gender, everyone who has lined up for a 200-meter dash under 20 years old. And out of all those countless athletes to start and finish the race, Erriyon Knighton is the absolute, undisputed number 1. What may be the scariest part about this whole entire stat is that Knighton is just 18 years old. He has seemingly infinite time to improve and drop his times to world record territory, and he has another 2 years of being able to drop his record U20 time to further unreachable lengths. Just in case his dominance for his age is not clear enough, here is... Wait, did you recognize that name? Moving on. These dots are the 10 very fastest times ever run as a U20 runner in the 200. Again, every result from every 200-meter dash run by a sub-20-year-old is included, even yours if you fit the criteria. These are what have prevailed as the 10 fastest times. If you're hoping to see your name, well, you better be either Erriyon Knighton or the greatest sprinter of all time. Now for everyone else, we can appreciate this. Because this is domination. To have your name mentioned in the same breath as Usain Bolt is an honor few will ever achieve and deserve, but to beat him in any sort of setting like this, regardless of age, is true dominance. Erriyon Knighton has arrived, and everyone better watch out.